For this exercise, you're going to be using your C major chord, so C, E, and G. I'm going to put little tabs on a few of the C's so you can see where we are, like when we're getting to the next one. The main thing for this is you want to make sure you completely understand what you're doing before you do it, or else you'll kind of get lost in it. We're playing each note in the C major chord. We're starting with left hand, fingers 5, 3, and 1. And this is your root position C major chord. So we're playing each note, and then to go to the next one, you're going to take your finger 5 and put it on the E. So you're going to go to the next note that was being played here. So E and G and C. So you had C, E, and G, and now E, G, and C. That's first inversion, where the C is on the top. And then you're going to take your finger 5, put it on the G, finger 2 on the C, and 1 on the E for your second inversion. And that's the third chord, okay? So we have root, E, G, C, first inversion, G, C, E, second inversion, and now our finger 5 goes back to the C. So we're back to the beginning. It's really important that you get in your head the finger number pattern. So you're going to want to say 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1. For your left hand, at least, that's going to be the order of the finger numbers. So at first, it's going to take a while to go all the way up and all the way down the piano doing this. I'm going to do that with you with a metronome here. And it's okay if you can't follow along with the metronome at first. You might need to just work your way up and work your way back to double check like that you have the right finger numbers and the right notes, that you're not playing other notes than C, E, and G. Then you want to kind of think about it mentally as the C is jumping to the top. Okay, so instead of C, E, G, we have E, G, C, and then the E is jumping to the top for the next one. So instead of playing E, G, C, then we have the E on the top and it gets taken off the bottom. And again, the G goes on the top, gets taken off the bottom. So 2 of the notes are always going to remain exactly the same. So for left hand, I'm going to go all the way up and all the way back down. If you are following along exactly with it, you can slow it down on the playback speed if it's too fast. But if you are playing along with it, then all of the keys, all of the notes will sound exactly the same as I'm playing here. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. Very out of tune up here. Was your left hand. One thing to think about with the finger numbers and why they are the way they are: 5, 3, and 1. Obviously, your 4 and 2 just each are sitting on one key in between, so that just makes sense. When you go to 5, 3, 1 for E, G, C, the first inversion, if you were to put your finger 4 here, then you would have 2 fingers here, but no fingers over in between the G and the E. And it will feel comfortable once you practice it more and more. And then for the second inversion, you have the gap is these 2 white keys here. So your 1 and 2 are closer together. It does feel like okay to play it like 5, 3, 1, but the proper way to play it is 5, 2, 1. So then you have your right hand, and your finger numbers are 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5. So the inversion with the finger 2 in it is actually the middle chord of your 3 chords rather than the last one, like the left hand. So I'm going to show you just a few octaves, and then I'll go all the way up and all the way back. This one I'll do a little faster. Again, you can slow down the playback speed if you want to go right along with it. You can also play along with the other one, which is a little slower, even if you're doing right hand. So 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5. So that's E, G, C. That's your first inversion. G, C, E, second inversion, 1, 3, 5. And then back to your root, 1, 3, 5, C, E, G, okay? And then 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5, back to C, E, G, 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5, okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it helps you, if you have like tape or something, a little marker that you can put on all of your C's, then that might help you kind of just remember where you're at. Whatever you can do to help you is great. And part of the reason this is such a great exercise is because once you get really comfortable moving up and down the piano in this way, then you have a much more fluid and creative way to move and get to other places when you're improvising. And then also if you're playing classical music, if you're playing really any pieces that involve these inversions, your hands are just going to be so much more comfortable. Your fingers doing the individual notes is really good for you. You can also do the exercise however you like. So if you wanted to do blocked chords, you could do so you could do something like that or something like this. 1, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3. Yeah, so something like that. So yeah, with improvising, rather than say going like this, where you're at your root C major up here, C, E, G, and then say you want to come down this way to the octave lower, rather than playing your chords together. If you're getting more comfortable playing individual notes and moving around with the inversions, and you could do like, because your hand is is just going to automatically kind of fall there. So you're kind of extending your, I don't know, your area where you feel comfortable playing, and it's not like a scary thing to go outside of the octave that you're in when you're playing in that key or that chord.